Hello dear students, welcome to the online classes presented by Southern Global School. I am Mr. Farooq Sheikh and today I am going to teach you chapter 6, subject social science, world after 1945. The 1945, the Second World War was ended. Yes or no? Okay. So after the end of this war, the world was divided into the two superpower, America and Russia. Okay, and many other military blocks also were came into existence. So let us see about it. Here is the disintegration of Soviet Union. So during the last decades of the 20th century, means in the 1901 to the 1999, Soviet Union's prime minister, Soviet Union means the Russia's prime minister, Mikhail Gorbachev, is liberal policy lead to the disintegration of Soviet Union. And because of the Mikhail Gorbachev's liberal policy, that it is lead to the Soviet Union to the disintegration. Peaceful disintegration of Soviet Union is considered as a epoch making in the international policy, in the international politics. Okay, and because of this liberal attitude of the Soviet Union and that peaceful disintegration that lead to the Soviet Union to the epoch making in the international politics. That Mikhail Gorbachev became the prime minister from the socialist side on 11th March 1985. 1985 में Mikhail Gorbachev थे that he became the prime minister. He had a liberal attitude. Russia had progressed tremendously in the field of science and the technology. They also had acquired capability to compete with superpower like America. Now, because of the effort of the Mikhail Gorbachev, that Russia also has progressed in the tremendously in the field of science and the technology. And the first time that Russia sent one human being, okay, in this space. Okay, so that is why because of this launch, that space traveling by the human being, that Russia challenge to the America, and the Russia also acquired the capability to compete with the superpower America. Gorbachev adopted two policies, Glasnost and the Perestroika. So what is these two policies are there? So the Glasnost and the Perestroika is this way Gorbachev introduced economic and political reforms in the place of single-handed communist rule. Why there was on communist rules that time that Russia was not progressed. So by the adopting these two policies, the Glasnost and the Perestroika, that he introduced economic and political reform in the in the Soviet Russia. The stronghold of Communist Party, the Soviet bureaucracy and the Red Army started waking, and because of this, the stronghold of the Communist Party, that Soviet bureaucracy and also the Red Army, they become the weakened, and the Gorbachev, who was belong to socialist side, they become the powerful. In 1990, process of the disintegration of Soviet Union began. Toward the end, out of 15 states, 14 states became the independent, and disintegration of Soviet Union came to an end. And many of the nations were joined with this US Russia. Okay, United Soviet Union. So they were like a become the slave. Whatever that policies adopted by the Soviet Union, they have to follow it blindly. So, but because of this disintegration of Soviet Union, it was begin in 1990, and toward the end of the 15 states, 14 states became independence and disintegration of Soviet Union came to an end in December 1991. Now, India's contribution at the international level after the India's independent, how also India also independent in contributed in the international level. Now India is also become the now very powerful country in the world. Not as a superpower, but powerful. India is also powerful. India has contributed significantly at the international level during its freedom struggle and after its independence. India has always opposed imperialism, colonialism, and evil like a racial discrimination. Okay, India has always opposed these evils, the imperialism, साम्राज्यवाद, खुद के राज्य को बड़ा करना, खुद की कंट्री को बड़ा करना by acquiring the other countries region province. Colonialism, दूसरे देश में जाके खुद के colonies बनाना and to establish that trade center कोठीज and also racial discrimination about the colors, race, caste, यानी कि तफावत, भेदभाव, जातिगत भेदभाव, caste casteism, that India has always opposed this. Then it has supported movements opposing such evils. India has always remained active in formation of United Nations and is actively involved in all its activities. So India is also all oppose these such evils, imperialism, colonialism, and the racial discrimination. And India has support movements opposing such evils, यानी कि जो इसको अपोज करते थे उन एक्टिविटीज़ को इंडिया ने हर बार सपोर्ट किया है. लाइक आवर नेशनल फादर महात्मा गांधी also did oppose against the in the Africa that racial discrimination, and also he won that because of effort of Gandhiji. Racial discrimination was abolished from the Africa. That is called the Rang Bhed, color difference is color discrimination. That who were the black, they were the lower, and who were the white, they were the upper class people. India has played important role by sending its military to support the United Nations effort in maintaining international peace and security. Why the United Nations apply peace, adopt peace in all over the world, and that time also to sending India has also sent its military to the United Nations to effort in maintaining international peace. India has worked appreciably by sending military troops to countries like Gaza, Cyprus, Congo, and Sri Lanka during their conflict. So, why there was an internal conflict in these countries, India has also sent its military to maintain peace in that countries. The countries like Gaza, Cyprus, Congo, and Sri Lanka. India has helped actively maintaining peace. India has presently emphasized on the need of discrimination to achieve disarmament to achieve world peace and security. Okay, and India also presently emphasized on to need of disarmament. Means that no one country had to be produce the arm. Okay, because as more as the arms will produced, the arm will invent in the world, as there will be a fear also will be the spread more and more, interest, enmity, envy. So India also has support this disarmament movement. In this issue, it takes the leadership in debates world around and in making useful suggestions. India has expressed the desire of entire humanity for peace by presenting a proposal for total nuclear disarmament in the United Nations General Assembly. So India has given the proposal that total disarmament of nuclear weapons. Okay, completely means no one country will be do research or the experiment on the nuclear weapon. So India has presented this proposal in the General Assembly of United Nations to spend the money in the upliftment of poor people in other countries instead of using money in creation of nuclear weapon, and military has always been a demand for India in the United Nations. So instead of using this our money, our resources to develop, to manufacture this nuclear weapon, instead of we can use this money for the upliftment of the poor people, यानी कि जो लोग गरीब हैं उनकी हम अच्छे से जिंदगी जी सके, for change their lifestyle, give them standard life, that we can use that money instead of producing these nuclear weapons. Military has always been sent demand for India in the United Nations, or United Nations, whenever the United Nations need the military of the India, India has always sent military to maintain the peace in the world. World peace has permanently remained India's primary concern for its foreign policy. World peace, it is the prime concern of the India at the foreign policy. India has always remained active to achieve an atmosphere of cooperation, trust, and understanding among the nation. And India has always remained to achieve the atmosphere with the neighboring country and all countries of the world, cooperation, trust, understanding with all the nation. This is the India's policy. Now the relation of the Indians with the other countries. Let us see first about the two superpower countries with the US and the Russia. So relation between India and United Nations US. Both India and United States are democratic country. Apart from having lot of similarities, there has been lot of ups and downs in the relationship also. There are so many similarities also between these two countries because both the countries are the democratic. But there has been lot of up and downs between the relationship also, because of some time that India get the help of the Soviet Union. Okay, so that is the why many of the time India and US relation also being a stressful. Let us see. So the United States did not like India's role of not joining any power bloc and accepting non-aligned policy after its independence. America always wanted to India to join the America power bloc, but India denied this. India refused this. India's stand is not to join with any power bloc, but accepting the non-alliance policy, remain the neutral, not to join anyone. तुम दोनों को लड़ना है लड़ो, हम तो अकेले रहेंगे. We don't want to more war. This is the India's policy. So further they hoped that India will join them, but India joined non-aligned movement for its economic growth. So in the beginning, this America Union, the US, they were thinking and they were hoped that India will join after the independence to the US. But India not join, but India joined non-aligned movement for its economic growth. There is another reason that amicable relation between India and US could not grow, and because of this also, that good relationship is not grown between the America and the India. That is US policy of favoring Pakistan, and because of this, the US always favoring the Pakistan. America हमेशा पाकिस्तान की फेवर करता है. They support Pakistan in case of Jammu Kashmir. Pakistan had joined US lead power and military bloc because Pakistan joined to the America, and that is why America always supported the Pakistan in the Jammu and Kashmir issue too. And Pakistan joined to the US led power and the US bloc. Whereas India had adopted policy of non-alignment, treaties regarding nuclear weapons have become one of the most important points of disagreement between India and United States. And the treaties regarding the nuclear weapons, that is also have become the most important point between the India and the America. There is a disagreement on this treaty of the nuclear weapons. United States has persisted that India should sign the nuclear non-proliferation treaty and comprehensive test ban treaty. So the United States always forced with India that India should sign the nuclear non-proliferation treaty, यानी कि इंडिया को कभी भी न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स को एक्सपेरिमेंट रिसर्च या उसका प्रोडक्शन नहीं करना है. एंड comprehensive test ban treaty means whatever the nuclear test also India can conduct. This is the two treaties that US wanted to join to make India. When India conduct nuclear test in Pokhran in Rajasthan in 1998, India has first nuclear test in the Pokhran, Rajasthan. It was taken seriously and certain sanctions were imposed against India as US added financially and technically. And while India refused to sign the treaties, the nuclear non-proliferation treaty and the comprehensive test ban treaty, and India conduct nuclear test in Pokhran in Rajasthan in 1998, and this was taken by America seriously because America is thinking I am the dad of all. But India is also not weaker. India is also answering, if you are dead, if you are bad, I am your dad. Yes or no? So whatever you say, we will do conduct the nuclear test, because this all both the United States superpower they have developed these nuclear weapons. They have already nuclear weapons. Means what happened if between the America and India there will be any war start, any conflict start? So what happened? अमेरिका डायरेक्टली ड्रॉप द एटम बम ऑन द इंडिया. इंडिया दिखते रह जाएगा ना कि उनको कुछ नहीं करना है. जस्ट आप देखते रहो आप इंडिया के कैसे तबाही हो रही है. हाउ द इंडिया इज डिस्ट्रॉयड बाय द अमेरिका. नो, नाउ इंडिया विल नॉट डू दिस. इंडिया ऑल्सो रिप्लाई टू द अदर कंट्रीज टू, whoever it is now. That is why India has also conducted the nuclear weapons. Okay, India is also peaceful country, but for defense. Okay, like do you know the snake is there? तो सांप जो होते हैं सब जहरीले नहीं होते, बट वाइल दे आर फिशिंग, ओके फिश करते हैं ना, सो डराने के लिए सिर्फ वो करते हैं, वो मारने के लिए नहीं करते हैं. सो दिस इज द अवर न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स आर नॉट टू किल अदर और नॉट टू डिस्ट्रॉय अदर कंट्री, बट लेट देम टू मेक इन कंट्रोल, उनको कंट्रोल में रखने के लिए. अंडरस्टूड? ओके. So there is a remarkable change in relation between both countries after terrorist act on New York's World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. (9/11) is the one horrible day for the America, because on this day the World Trade Center of the America, the highest building in the world, it was attacked by terrorists Osama bin Laden in 2001. And after this attack, the relation between the America and India was changed, because India have been always opposed the terrorism activities, and which countries are support to the terrorism. That is why the between the America and India's relation were changed. The United States is now accepting the fact that India is growing economically very fast. Now both the countries wish that there should be intimate relationship with each other. अब दोनों कंट्री चाहती है कि उन दोनों के बीच में अच्छे गाढ़ संबंध हो, for this trade also as a political also. In September 2014, India's Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi visited America and even addressed the United Nations. In 2014-15, our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, he visited America and he addressed the United Nations. The American President Barack Obama was the first American president to be the chief guest for India's 66th Republic Day celebration. Okay, और अगर कोई अमेरिका का प्रेसिडेंट इंडिया में अगर आया हो तो दैट वाज द फर्स्ट बराक ओबामा. Okay, now second time the Trump was came. Namaste Trump. He was came here just for his election was held in the America, and now he is the defeated very badly, and because of this he also choose the violent activities in the America. That is not good. If you are defeated, that means not you become the violent. Accept it. Okay, let us, it's not our point, our subject. Okay, so first American president, first time, the first American president to be the chief guest for India's 66th Republic Day celebration. In this way, America and India now have a cordial and amicable relation. The issue of terrorism are concern of the head of the countries. Because of the terrorist issue, issue of the terrorism between the both the countries, there is a cordial and amicable relationship now, because both the prime minister, okay, like a prime minister of the India and the president of the America have visited both the countries to make relationship more amicable. Now this about the America. Now let us see about the what is the relation, how types of the relations, what kind of relation between the US, sorry, Soviet Union, okay, and India. So relation between India and the Soviet Union, Russia. The Soviet Union has helped India considerably in establishing heavy and key industries. To establish many key industries in the India, that Soviet Union, Russia has always helped. The Soviet Union has taken India's side in the issue of Jammu and Kashmir. See, while America helped, or America has taken side for the Jammu Kashmir issue to the Pakistan, so that time the Russia has helped to the India, and Russia has taken side to the India for the Jammu Kashmir issue. They also have open exercised their veto power in the United Nations Security Council to see that proposal against India pertaining to Jammu Kashmir issues should not pass. This is the, in this way Russia and India have a very close friendly relation. So many of the time that Pakistan has appealed in the United Nations Assembly that Jammu Kashmir is the part of the Pakistan, and they should have to pass the bill, they should have to pass the proposal. But against this, Russia has always used the veto power for the side of the India, and that is why the United Nations Security that see that proposal against India pertaining to Jammu and Kashmir issue is not passed, because Russia support India. So in this way, Russia had a very heavy, close relations, friendly relations. Now India's relation with neighboring countries. Okay, so all of you know there is our neighboring countries very well. So let us see the first, our neighboring country Pakistan, which was also separated from the India in the 1947. That in the one time before the 1947, that Pakistan was the part of the India. Let us see what types of the relation between the India and Pakistan. You all know very the stressful relations between the India and Pakistan after the independence and yet now. Okay, let us see. Immediately after India's independence, the relation between India and Pakistan were always stressful. 3 gruesome wars took place between India and Pakistan in the year 1948, 1965 and 1971. 3 times the wars have been taken place between the India and Pakistan. In 1948 means after the independence of the second year, आज़ादी के बाद में दूसरे ही साल में वॉर स्टार्ट हो गई थी. Then second war in the 1965 and third war in 1971. Do you know the result of this? In all this war, Pakistan was defeated very badly, but yet he not improved. You know, कुत्ते की दुम होती है, वो हमेशा टेढ़े के टेढ़े रहते, वो कभी सीधे नहीं होना चाहते ना. That is Pakistan also doing this. He is thinking that we can defeat the India, But with the help of the terrorists, how they can defeat other country? Can't possible. Okay. So both the countries have Tascan and similar treaty, but the America does not follow it with utmost devotion. And about the border, there is the Tascan and the similar treaty between the India and the Pakistan, but the Pakistan does not follow that treaty. Utmost division in the 1999. Okay, in the 1999, Kargil war between India and Pakistan took place. Fortunately, head of both countries have expressed eagerness to resolve all issues peacefully through negotiation. यानी कि बातचीत से इस इश्यूज को उन्होंने सॉल्व करना चाहा इंस्टेड ऑफ द वॉर. Okay, so in the 1999 there was a Kargil wars was took place between the India and Pakistan. Let us see now other second enemy, China. He is also enemy, but we are also very doing so many trade with the China. But because of the China don't know what he is thinking. वो क्या सोच रहा है क्या करे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Okay, because Pakistan, the China yet now he is believe in the imperialism policy. उसको अभी भी अपना एम्पायर है, अपना देश है, उसको अभी भी बड़ा करना है by acquiring the other countries' province. Let us see India and the China. India and China's relation started in the year 1945, 1954 when China displayed its boundary regions on map. So जब चाइना ने अपने मैप में बाउंड्रीज दिखाई, from that year that China and India's relations started. It disturbed the relation between India and China because the most of the many of the regions of the India were inside the Chinese border. India opposed greatly with when China showed most of the regions belonging to the India as belonging to them. India opposed this greatly when China showed most of the regions belonging to the India as belonging to them. यानी कि इंडिया के जितने भी रीजन थे वो चाइना के हैं, उसने ये बता रहा था. The McMahon border showing the border region between India and China was rejected by China and it led to further discomfort in the relation. And there was a McMahon border. Mac is the one Chinese and the Mohan is the one Indian. They both have make this border. It was known as the McMahon border. So India has rejected this border and it led to further discomfort in the relation. China attacked India in 1962 and captured the region which were displayed in their map. अब इंडिया ने अपने मैप में पहले वो रीजन दिखा दिए. Then after China attacked in India in 1962 and captured the region which were displayed in their map, India sent military troops to its border regions to safeguard from China. और फिर इंडिया ने भी अपनी मिलिट्री वहाँ पे भेजी to safeguard that regions from the China. China put an end to war and this way war ended. और चाइना ने उस वॉर को ख़त्म कर दिया and that war was ended. To resolve these problems, many meetings were held, but it turned out to be futile. So to resolve this problem, many of the meetings between the India and China were held, but end of the meeting, nothing, no any result were. But in the last decade, China and India have had a cooperative and friendly relation. But in this some before the previous 1 year, between the India and China relations become the very stressful. It was came into words of the war, and that is the why the many of the Chinese applications have been banned from the India. Yes or no? Many of the students also become the very angry that who were playing the PUBG. The many of the girls also become the maybe angry that who were the making the videos on the TikTok and like. But don't. You should have to proud that not to using this application of the China's. Yes or no? So feel proud for it. Okay. So because of this, previously there was a very friendly and cooperative relation between the India and China, but nowadays in this years that we can see there was so many problems between the Ladakh and the Leh. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi invited Xi Jinping, the Prime Minister of China, to riverfront Ahmedabad for a courtesy visit. For a courtesy visit, that our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has invited the Xi Jinping. Jinping is the Prime Minister of the China for a Ahmedabad. You know, while there was a Kankaria carnival, so that time he was visited Ahmedabad for a courtesy visit. Now, another our neighboring country, the Bangladesh. Bangladesh got freedom after the many struggle in the year 1971. That Bangladesh also was the part of the India, but while there was a division of India and Pakistan, so that time Bangladesh was divided into another region. So the Bangladesh was a part of the Pakistan. So Bangladesh became an independent and sovereign country as earlier it was a part of Pakistan. Plus Bangladesh wanted to free independent from the Pakistan too. As a new upcoming country, India helped Bangladesh financially, technically, and physically by giving equipment of its growth and development. So, for the development of the Bangladesh, that India has always helped financially, technically, physically. Means India many of those times sent its engineers, doctors, specialists to the Bangladesh. He also helped with the financial also, and India also has sent its money machineries also to the Bangladesh. But there are certain issues which have risen between India and Pakistan. Then also many of the issues between the India and Pakistan too. The utilization of water from river Ganga and its proper channelizing has been talked out between the two countries. Okay, the utilization of water फ्रॉम रिवर गंगा, यानी कि गंगा नदी में जो पानी आता है उन दोनों को मैनेज करके यूज़ करना है, एंड दिस विल हैव टू चैनलाइज दैट वाटर. बट ड्यूरिंग फ्लड, cyclone and other natural climate, India has helped immensely. In 2015, concert talk have taken place in matters of dispute, geographical and land region and the citizen of people. Okay, so India is also India has many times helped to the Bangladesh whenever there is a drought, flood, cyclone or other natural calamities. Now the India and the Bhutan. A peaceful and cordial friendship between treaty had been signed between India and Bhutan in the year 1949. Peaceful and friendship treaty. यानी कि दोनों के बीच हमेशा फ्रेंडशिप रहेगी. Okay, whatever there is a conflict or any disagreement, so they will be talk, they will do negotiation, okay, and they will solve it. Bhutan has trustful side India in its security and foreign policies. India assured to aid Bhutan in the telecommunication and transportation, and Bhutan has also given the trustful side India in all security and the foreign policies. The Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru visited Bhutan in the year 1958, and thereafter Indian President too had visited Bhutan in the year 1970. India helped Bhutan in becoming a member of United Nations in the year 1970. That Bhutan was not a member of United Nations, but India helped to Bhutan to become a member of United Nations. There is never a trouble relation between India and Bhutan. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Bhutan in the year 2014 and said that India's progress has direct effect on its neighboring countries. The inter-security related to cooperation has been done satisfactorily. Okay, so what happened means whenever that we do progress, that is our progress also help to the others too. अगर इंडिया का प्रोग्रेस करेगा, इफ इंडिया विल डेवलप, सो डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द इंडिया विल आल्सो इफेक्ट टू द इट्स नेबरिंग कंट्रीज. So that is why our Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, Narendra Modi, they have visited the Bhutan. Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is our neighboring country in the south. The relation between India and Sri Lanka is very old. Many Tamilian of Indian have gone to Sri Lanka and settled thereafter. यानी कि श्रीलंका में से बहुत से तमिलियंस पीपल्स went to Sri Lanka and they settled there. Their citizenship was main issue between India and Sri Lanka, but continued talk have resolved it. The people who went to the Sri Lanka and they settled there. Now, what about their citizenship? So this is always a issue between the Sri Lanka and India, but continuous talk have resolved it. The problem of Tamilian and peaceful talk between Tamil organization and the Sri Lankan government was a priority of India. India's Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi visited the troubled regions of Tamilians in Jaffna on 13 March 2015. So in the Jaffna, in the Sri Lanka, there is a one most troubled regions of Tamilian, and Narendra Modi visited the Jaffna on 13th March 2015. India assisted financially for the reconstruction of 27,000 house of rehabilitation of Tamilian. Today, India and Sri Lanka have very cordial relation. And to solve this problem, that India has helped financially for reconstruction of 27,000 houses of the for rehabilitation of Tamilian that who are living in the Sri Lanka. यानी कि 27,000 घर वहाँ पे बना के दिए जो श्रीलंका में जाके रह रहे हैं by our Indian government. Now India and the Nepal. The relation between India and Nepal started with the signing of the treaty in the year 1950. यानी कि जब 1950 में इंडिया और नेपाल दोनों की ट्रीटी साइन की थी, from that time the relation have been started. According to that treaty, both countries are considered to be the sovereign and to preserve original unity as well as commutation of citizen in both the countries. Okay, now just now on the New Year there was one video was released by the Nepal's army. Okay, it was also showed that is a amicable relation between the India and Nepal. Okay, but then also many of the issues also between the India and Nepal nowadays because of the many of the villages of the India's that Nepal has shown in their border, in their boundary. India has helped Nepal socially and economically. Nepal students visit India for higher studies. The rivers flowing from Himalaya come from the forest region of Nepal. Due to this, during rain, it affects India badly. To stop the flood due to their rivers, talks have begun between these two countries. And while there is a very heavy rain, and the rivers which are flowing from the Himalayan, which come from the Nepal, and that is the river which are flowing in the rainy season, that is affected very badly. Okay, and to solve this problem, there both the countries have talked. To stop the flood due to their rivers, talk have begun between these two countries on 25th April 2015. Nepal faced a destructive earthquake of the magnitude of 7.8 on Richter scale, which caused the death of 8,000 people. India aided in relief and rehabilitation work in the areas affected by the earthquake. And while in the 25th April 2015, the Nepal faced very heavy destructive earthquake, that's 7.8 Richter scale magnitude. So that time more than 8,000 people were died and many of the houses were collapsed. So India helped as a relief and also for the rehabilitation work was given by the India in the affected area by earthquake. India and Afghanistan. India has very friendly relation with Afghanistan. India has large-heartedly contributed in the reconstruction of Afghanistan. For the reconstruction of Afghanistan, India has also very helped, like in the construction, health, and education. Okay, whenever they wanted to do any construction, so India helped the financially, physically. India also sent its engineer. Health and education, India had sent the doctors also there. Okay, and also the many of the medicines also to the Afghanistan. In the economic and social development, India has financially helped. During natural calamities, also India helped financially. The construction of Afghanistan's parliament building is being done by India. इंडिया अफगानिस्तान में जो पार्लियामेंट बिल्डिंग बनाई है दैट इज़ डन बाय द इंडिया, यानी कि उसमें जो हेल्प की वो इंडिया ने की है. द होल पार्लियामेंट बिल्डिंग ऑफ अफगानिस्तान इज कंस्ट्रक्टेड बाय द इंडिया. नाउ so that is we can understand that between the India and Afghanistan relations also are very good. Let us see now India and Myanmar. So India and Myanmar has very cordial relation. The Myanmar in the earlier it was known as Burma. After India got independence, Myanmar also got independence in 1948. From that time relationship has been friendly. After independence, Myanmar has requested financial aid from India. India has helped them instantly because India wants Myanmar to be financially sound. So India wanted the Myanmar for the trade, and that is why India also always helped to the Myanmar also, while that Myanmar after independence, while Myanmar requested India for the financial aid. India's foreign policy is to have world peace and security. Furthermore, India's foreign policy ensures friendly and cordial relationship with its neighboring countries too, but there always been rise and fall in this relation owing to various reasons. Sometimes this relationship become the very good, and because of some issues, some conflict, because of the problems of the regions, territories, borders. So that time some stressful situation also created, like between the between the China and India, Pakistan and India. Okay, but it is continuously going on. It is not resolved yet, and it will be also not resolved permanently. Okay, and we have to live with these problems, and also we have to live with the peacefully by ignoring these all issues. Okay, also we have to resolve this by the negotiation, not to by war. So students, here is the our this chapter is over. I'll send you the PDF of textual question answer and the additional question answer. Okay, bye bye, take care.